Namaste. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining this morning. As always, please practice in accordance with your comfort level and your abilities. And as always, make it an offering, and that makes the practice more meaningful. Pretend this is your divine duty to all beings everywhere. So on that note, let's begin. Sit up tall and supremely still. Close the eyes. Before creation, what existed? God was always there in the midst of it all. And God will still be there beyond the ends of this universe even. Attune to that supreme divine consciousness now. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we acquire a strong desire for liberation from pain and suffering, and may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Only peace, love, joy, and harmony. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now let's begin with the mantra for purification. If you know it, you can chant it with me. If not, just imagine you're singing through the voice of the Guru, and you derive all the benefits of the purification of the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smrit Pandrikaksham Savaya Bihantraha Sti. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smrit Pandrikaksham Savaya Bihantraha Sti. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smrit Pandrikaksham Savaya Bhyantraha Sti. So now we're going to do Ujjay breathing. This translates to victorious breathing. What it does, it helps to increase the capacity of the lungs and generate heat. So we're going to start out by breathing in and out through the mouth. Try to concentrate the breath a little bit below the belly button, maybe about 2 or 3 finger widths below the belly button, up to the top of the chest. So as you inhale, fill up the lungs, exhale, deflate. Same with the top part of the lungs deflate, and then the bottom, the inhale again. Exhale, make that ocean sound with your throat. And then inhale, close the mouth, but continue that sound. So now it feels like you're breathing through a slightly restricted throat. Inhale. Exhale. Continue, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, really fill up, make the lungs balloon out. Exhale, deflate gradually. Completely empty. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, deflate. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Now breathe in deeply again, one more, inhale. Raise the chest, fill up the lungs completely. Then hold the breath, contract the root muscles, pull them up towards the navel. Bring the chin right against the chest. The teeth, the tongue to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth, and the attention of the third eye. Keep the attention there to attract all the vital force there, all the prana there. Now see if you can take in a little bit more air while holding the breath. Keep on trying to expand the capacity of the lungs. Again, inhale a little bit more. Keep holding the breath. Keep the face calm, the back straight by lifting the chest up. One more time, a little bit more if you can. Now, slowly exhale, try to do it through a steady stream, not like a big explosion out of the breath. So gradually, so breathing out through the straw. Feel everything deflate and relax. The throat and the root area softening. Now take a deep breath in from the solar plexus up to the space between the eyebrows. Imagine all that source, the power that is then that source is going right up there. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Again, from the solar plexus up to the space between the eyebrows. Breathe in. Attract all the energy up there through your attention. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Nice and uniform exhale. Now, from the base of the spine, inhale all the way up to the top of the chest. Again, fill up the lungs, raise the chest, throat lock, root lock again. Hold the breath. Attention at the space between the eyebrows. Really pull the root muscles up towards the navel. Keep the chest high, so when the chin comes down, the back still remains straight. All the attention at the space between the eyebrows. Breathe in a little bit more fully. Keep holding the breath. Again, see if you can expand your lungs even more as you take in a little bit more breath. Fill up the space within. One more time, see if you can pull in a little bit more air still. Slowly exhale again, gradually as you can, not a big explosion of breath, surge of breath out of the body, nice and even. So now with the body heated up, let's begin the practice. Come to standing. So we're going to just charge up the body with Earth energy. Stand with your feet about 10 inches apart. Raise your arms above the head. On the inhale from the soles of feet right up through the body to the fingertips. Draw the breath all the way up. Holding all the breath and attention at the fingertips. Exhale all the way back down. Visualize the earth's charge just rippling, flushing right down through the body. Inhale again, pull more of the earth's energy right up through the body. Use your attention to attract it up to the fingertips. Holding at the fingertips now, hold the breath. Exhale all the way back down. One last time. Inhale, pull the earth's energy right up through the body to the fingertips. Watch it rising up. Use your imagination to visualize it. And holding at the fingertips, hold the breath. Exhale all the way back down to soles of feet. Feel fully charged. Feel that charge just flushing right down through the body. And bring your arms down now. We're going to continue with some exercises to promote further release of the impurities by generating heat through the body. So we're going to try to do the exercises with enthusiasm, with energy, and try to breathe with strong vigor. Again, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale down. Continue. Inhale straight up with the arms. Exhale, pull the arms down. Now arms in front of the body. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull in. Now arms in front of the body. Think the hands for the height of the shoulders. We're going to try to circle the arms in opposite directions, so don't think about it too much. Just watch the body moving. Come back to the center and other direction. One arm comes up, another one comes down the opposite direction. And release. Now bring your arms up overhead. Inhale, exhale. Toss the body down. Bend your knees as you go down. Nice easy swings. Feels like throwing your belly against the thighs. And just stay down for a moment, allow the body to stop shaking and bouncing. Then roll your way up. Bring your arms up over the head. Take hold of the opposite elbows and then twist from side to side. So as you twist, you're breathing out. As you come back to the center, that's when the inhale happens. It's passive, it just happens automatically through the pressure built up with the exhale. Let's go. And release, come back to the center. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, we're going to come into a squat. If you can't go down all the way because your knees, just go to the height that you can. Pay attention, be mindful to the condition of the body. Respect your limitations. Press right back up. Good, bring your arms down here. Next one. It's the same type of exercise, but there's 4 movements and there's a squat in between. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, go down again as far as you can. Inhale, right up. Exhale, swing the arms down. Bring the arms in front of the chest, the wrists the height of the shoulders. Inhale, circle around backwards to the front, full circle. Exhale, pull in and punch right back out. Imagine your arms are spring-loaded. Now drop the arms down by the sides of the body. Same type of circular motion, but we're going a circle, full rotation and a quarter. Inhale, circle around to the front. Exhale, pull pull down, pull in and drop the arms down. And release, arms down. Open up the feet a little bit more. So we're going to take the arms up again, hold the opposite elbows and bend from side to side. Work the waist. And come back to the center, release the arms. Next movement, it's a side bend again, but the breathing's a little bit different. Now getting extension through the arms as well. Inhale, left arm up. Go to the right, hold the breath. Go a little bit deeper on the breath retention if you can. Exhale, come back. Inhale, raise the right arm up. Bend to the left. Stretch the right side of the body. Exhale, release. Continue. Try not to create folds in the underside of the body, in this case the right side. Stay long through this side body. Inhale, reach up. Go to the left, hold the breath. Stretch. And release. Exhale. Lose yourself in the sensations. Imagine all beings experiencing this through your body at this same time. So give everybody exactly what they need through your own practice. Make it as beneficial as possible. Try not to come into the place of pain or distress or anxiety. This is not what you want to transmit. It's not what you don't want for yourself. Try not to transmit to others. Keep watching the body moving all by itself. Imagine you're witnessing everything through the eyes of God. For in the practice, you try to merge with God, and God sees all through. God sees everything with unconditional love and non-judgment. Just try your best. Let's do one more on each side. Reach up and stretch. Hold the breath. Go a little bit further as the body sees fit. Coming back up on the exhale. And go to your left. Release. Come down into table position. Knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Really fire up the muscles of the core here. Inhale. Arch the back, stretch the belly skin. Exhale. Stretch the back skin. Inhale. Exhale. Round your back. Inhale. Powerful movements. Exhale. Powerful breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, push the chest and the belly down. Exhale, pull right up. Inhale. Exhale, imagine you throwing your heart up between the shoulder blades and the belly button through the lower back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Sit bones spread. Exhale, pull them towards one another. Tuck them underneath. Inhale. Exhale, try not to jam up the lower back or the back of the neck on the inhale. Inhale. Stretch the throat, open the throat, exhale. Make sure you don't close off the airway. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now come back to neutral back. Next one's for the hips. So you're going to move according to your condition. Raise your right leg up to start, and then swing it out to the right. Inhale, throw the leg up. Exhale, out to the right. Nice, easy swings here. Bring the head back. Imagine trying to kick yourself in the head from behind. And now the other leg. Left leg comes up, and then swing it up to the left. You throw the leg up there on the inhale. Try to get the foot past the shoulder on the exhale. And release. Make your way onto your belly. So from here, I'm going to take the arms out in front. Inhale, raise the opposite arm and the leg at the same time. Right leg, right arm and left leg up. Inhale. Exhale down. Other side now. Inhale. Exhale. Keep alternating. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Work the lower back. Exhale. Inhale. Push the chest forward. Lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. Stretch. Inhale, pull out through the toes, pull out through the fingertips, and down, up, and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and relax. Just stack your hands on top of another, bring your forehead on your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Good, now bring your feet up. Bring your arms up. Actually start with your hands down like this. Inhale, skydiving pose. Exhale, back down. Inhale, bring your legs up, your arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift up, toes touch. Inhale, lift up, open up the chest. Feel the shoulder blades coming towards another. Exhale, feel separating. Inhale again, up. Exhale, down. And then up. Push chest forward, away from the lower back, into the seat and down. And then up. And down. Up, imagine you're free falling. Skydiving. Down. Up. Down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. Relax. Breathe in, breathe out. Remove all fatigue. Hands underneath the shoulders, press up into table, and bring the feet all the way back onto the heels. Child's pose. Next sequence has 4 movements. Inhale, come up in high cat. Round your back. Exhale, drop the hips between your hands, shoulders back, hand lifts, Cobra. Inhale, back into high cat. Exhale, pull the seat all the way back behind the heels again. Inhale, come up. And forward. Open up to the heart. Up. Lift the chin in and back. Inhale, lift. Push the chest forward. Arch in the back, rounding the back, lengthening and flattening. Exhale, and then up, forward, up, and back. Try and imagine you can see right through your body at this spinal movement. Inhale. Try not to form any discontinuities, any sharp bends, anywhere along that curve. Up and back. So that's mostly lower back and neck. Back of the neck where it tends to happen. Forward. Try to lengthen until Telescope the neck out of the shoulders. Lift your chest up away from the seat and back. And then up, forward, up, and back. All the movement smooth, up. No jerky motions which tend to make those abrupt discontinuities in the lines of the body and back. And then up, forward, open up the chest, shoulders back, up, and back. And one more, up, forward, up, and back. Relax again. Breathe in, breathe out. Next, what I'm going to do, sliding forward into the Cobra on the inhale, holding the Cobra. So we have a couple of different entry methods. You can either come from above into baby plank and drop your hips down, then hold the pose, and then exhale, come back. Or if you can, glide forward. So allow the belly to slide between the arms. Continue inhale, and then hold the pose, hold the breath. Exhale, return. And start again, inhale. Use your arms to pull the floor towards you to propel yourself forward with more power and more ease. Hold the pose and back. Just imagine yourself in the body of the snake. Move just like the snake, slithering through the grass, raising his head up to peer out at the world. And back. 3 times blessed are those who can imitate the teacher physically, mentally, and spiritually. So imagine how that balance, range of motion in the snake. And try to be regal and wise, embody those characteristics. Again, try to see how God manifests in every form. Inhale. Rise up. Everything stops now. So the mind fluctuations, the body movement, and the emotions are frozen. And back. Inhale. Hold the breath. Try to keep yourself in that quiet state. Stillness. Even when the body's moving. Even in all circumstances. Remain supreme and calm. Unaffected. Hold the breath. And back, exhale. Inhale. Let it come up nice and high. Exhale, return. 2 more. Inhale. Hold the pose. Again, go according to your condition. If you can't come up as high, don't worry about it. Just do your best. It's the effort and the intention that counts. And back. One last time, make it your best one. Yet. And back. Rest in child's pose. Learn to turn the effort off instantaneously. Inhale. Exhale, melt. Now come forward onto your belly and then turn over onto your back. Do a few tucks here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Stretch through the arms and the legs. Exhale, tuck. Shoulders to the knees, chin to the knees. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, pull in. Nice and tight. Inhale, imagine exploding, lengthening as large as you can. Exhale, pull in. Inhale. Exhale. Contract everything. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, powerful movements. Exhale, tuck in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You can flex and stretch toes and fingers. Exhale, in. Inhale, stretch. This time, hold the breath as you tuck. Really pull the knees to the shoulders up towards the knees. forehead to the hands above the knees. Exhale, release. Inhale, stretch again. And then pull in. Feel as though everything was trying to come to the middle of the body. All the muscles converging at that point. Release, exhale. Inhale, lengthen so much so the chest lifts up off the ground. Whole body singing. Hold the breath, tuck. Really squeezing tight. Cross the ankles, heels to the seat, chin to the knees. Release, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Hold the breath and tuck. Squeeze the outside of the legs with the elbows. Bring hands over top of the knees, your forehead to your hands. All the concentration there. In the forebrow, in the middle of the forebrow. Inhale. Hold the breath. Hold the tuck in. And release. Inhale, stretch. Hold in and tuck. Release. Inhale, stretch. And tuck. Pull in tight as you can. And release. One last time. Inhale, reach out. Hold the breath and tuck. Squeeze in very, very tightly. All movement, the mind, the body, and the emotions stop. Release. Let's take a moment here and lying in Shavasana. Inhale. Exhale, drain all the fatigue out of the body. Imagine just dropping right out into the ground, away from the body. Now bring the arms up over the head if you can. Swing your legs up over your head in Plow Pose. Now getting ready to come down. So what we're going to do is your legs come down, bend your knees, plant your feet, and smoothly come right up to standing. So once you're standing, come to the front of the mat. Come to the front of the mat. Bring the hands to the heart center, Surya Namaskara. So imagine you're facing the sun. The sun represents the light and the warmth of God. And infuse yourself with that light and the warmth. Do the practice as an offering to God. And imagine all its benefits also at the same time going out to all beings everywhere. Let's raise your arms up over the head. Reach up. Don't worry about the breath, just move the body in a way that feels natural. That'll keep the breath steady and even. Fold the body down onto your legs, bend your knees if you need to bring your hands flat on the ground. Then the right foot comes back, lower the knees, sink down to the seat, lift the head. Come into high plank. Body straight and knees, chest, forehead down. Pull with your arms, slide through into your Cobra, shoulders back, head back. Roll over your toes back into Urdhva Nirasana, downward facing dog. Melt the heart, bring the head down towards the ground. Now look to the hand, bring the right foot forward. If you're having trouble with that, lower the knee first. If the foot doesn't make it all the way, just use your right hand to assist the foot forward. Press your seat in and down. Then bring the feet together, chest on the thighs, head down towards the ground. Rise up to standing, reach the arms up over the head. Hands back to the heart. Arms extend over the head, hips forward, arch back if you feel comfortable, do so. And then fold the body down onto your legs again. Left foot back, sink down to the seat. Feet come together. Lower down, knees, chest, forehead. Glide through between arms. Don't worry about the breath again. Just move the body, the breath will follow. And deliver the body to the body, fluidity and ease of movement. Urdhva Nirasana. Left foot steps forward to the hands. Make all the movements quiet as possible. No big heavy thuds when the feet land or move. Bring the hands back to the heart. No jerky motions. All the movements smooth. All the transitions seamless like you're doing a dance. Pull the body down over your legs. Right foot back into a lunge. Come into high plank. Surya Namaskara. Knees, chest, forehead down. Slide right through into the Cobra. Shoulders back. Roll over your toes. Downward facing dog. Soften through the Right foot steps forward, shoulders come over the fingertips to land the foot quietly. Then the feet come together, chest on the thighs, get a head down. Come right up. Hands back to the heart. Create space. Approach your true nature, which is eternal, infinite, formless. Left foot back into a lunge. Into the plank. Down we go, Surya Namaskara. Come forward into the Cobra. Keep watching the body moving. All by itself. Bring the seat all the way back. Left foot forward. Watch the emotions, watch the mind to be as well, without any judgment. And reach up again. Again, look at all through the eyes of God with unconditional love and non-judgment. Reach the arms up over the head. Go down. Now lift the head and chest, press into your hands. If you can, jump or walk back into Chaturanga, hovering just above the ground. If it's too much, just lie on the ground with your belly. And then pull your way to Cobra. If you can, keep bring your hips and knees up off the ground, upward facing dog. Take care for a moment to just pulse a little bit, bring your shoulders back. You can bend the toes under if that makes it easier. And try to get your hips forward, your chest open. No big folds behind your neck or lower back area. Make like you're howling at the moon like a dog. Good, now roll over your toes, back into downward facing dog. Here, bounce to the chest a little bit, try to get your chest closer to the ground. Pulse again. You can maybe even strike the top of the head, tap the top of the head to the ground, or rest it there. Now lift the heels, bend the knees up to the hands. Bring your feet forward softly, hopping or walking. Pull the body down onto your legs. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Extend the body out of the hips. Feel as though you're a telescope. Try to get higher and higher through the heart. Pull the body down. Fold the body in half. A gesture of humility as you bow down. Lift the hand, chest, press into your hands. Bend your elbows as you shoot your legs back so you land softly. No big jarring movements. Come into upward facing dog. Now rolling back into downward facing dog immediately. Melt the heart. Roll forward again over your toes into upward facing dog. Back into downward facing dog. One last time, roll forward, rounding your back, tucking the tail under, into upward facing dog. Uncoil, arch the back. Round your back and then soften again. Melt the heart between your shoulder blades. Come into downward facing dog. Now make like a dog. Stretching its back, exhibit the loyalty of the dog to its master. Now lift the heels, bend the knees up to the hands. Again, bring your feet forward, any which way you like, hopping or walking. Pull the body down onto your legs. Come right to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Good. Lift up. Fold the body down. Lift head, chest. Back into Chaturanga. A little bit faster into upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees up between the hands. Spring or walk forward. Pull the body down onto your legs. Right up to standing. Arch back. Hands back to the heart. One last time. Lift up and back. Go down. Bow down his own humbleness. Lift head and chest. Make your way back into Chaturanga, hopping or walking. Through into upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Bring your feet forward. Pull the body down onto your legs. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. Come back home. Hands to the heart. Come always back to the source of love. Inhale from the heart up to the space between the eyebrows. Connecting mind, heart, and spirit. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in love. Think with love. Speak with love. Act with love. And release. So let's come to standing poses now, or bouncing poses. We're going to start off with the left, standing on the left foot. Bring the right heel up. Hold the inside of the heel. And then extend the leg out to the side, ballet pose. Just try to exhibit the poise and the grace of a dancer. Toes and fingertips on the same line if you can. So your shape might look more like a T. If you're more flexible, pull the leg up higher, closer to the shoulder. Lean to the left a little bit so that you can still maintain that same line between your fingers and toes. Lift up through the heart. Now from here, if you want to try, I'm going to let go of the foot, try not to drop the foot. So engage the muscles of the leg. Control. Stand firm. And then bring the foot down. Relax. Try it on the other side now. Press down through the right foot. Take the hold of the heel from the inside. Try to get your leg as straight as possible. So if you can't bring it up too high, don't worry about it. Just again, do your best. If it's too much, you can hold underneath your shin. Okay, if you can't get your leg very straight. So just try to modify as you can to make the pose. Realize the pose is the best way that you can. Lift through the heart. Make it an offering. Now again, if you like, let go of the foot. Try not to drop the foot any appreciably height and try not to drop the foot down noticeably. And bring the foot back down gracefully. Come to the back of the mat here. So we're going to take actually the left wrist with your right hand, balancing T-pose. Step your left foot forward. Come down flat like you're lying on a table. Pull the shoulders back here, the head forward. Now if you feel comfortable, go a little bit deeper. Interlace your fingers. Alternatively, you can separate your hands and swing your arms out to the side, like so. Then lift the chest a little bit. Try to get a nice curve in your body. If you're having trouble bouncing, just take your fingertips to the ground and see if you can get your right leg up higher first. Lift up the chest, and then if you have the balance, you can take your arms up and back again. If you have your hands joined, try to pull them over your shoulders. Now from here, press into your left foot, come up if you can. Angel pose. Pull your arms out to the side, open up through the heart, get a sense of body flight. Bring your head back. Express divine love, utmost devotion. Bring your head back. And release, bring the foot down. So if you're having trouble balancing, that one's a little bit challenging sometimes for balancing, just keep your toes on the ground for the next time. Okay, so let's move back again. Back in the mat, take hold of the right wrist this time. Walk forward with the right foot and come down. Hips level to the ground. Imagine you're lying on a table. Then if you want to go a little bit further, toppling tree. If you have your fingers interlaced, open the palms. Pull them over your head, your shoulders. Try to get your left foot higher than the head. Point the toes to make it the nice, continuous, unbroken line of energy. Smooth curve. Press into right foot. Come up, right. Open up your arms like you're spreading your wings. And then push your chest forward, bring your head back. Expressing the utmost surrender to God. Beautiful, and release, come back down. Okay, so now we're getting ready for some other poses. Come to the back end of the mat, bring your left foot forward, lower the knee down. And then slide your foot forward a little bit more. Try to get your seat as low as possible. You can bring your hands on the seat, push into seat, pull down at the same time. Use your hands as spacers. Imagine you're trying to stretch the skin smooth underneath your hands. No wrinkles anywhere in the skin. And stretch the skin as well, so it's nice and smooth. You can stay here if you like. You can take hold of your opposite elbows over your head, allow your head to press into the backs of the arms. Open up through the chest. Feel as though you're falling back. If you feel you can go further, Kapiyasana. Keep your elbows close to the head so the arms don't bend. Think the shape of a crescent moon. Wiggle the shoulders a little bit, try to get the arms further back behind the ears. Always again according to your condition. Look back, see if your index fingers are following the same line as your arms. Or look up. Might look a little bit more like this again. Always according to your condition. And then coming back up. From here, we're going to place your hands on the inside of the front foot. Move the left foot out a little bit and just fall to the right. So your right front of the hip and the right forearm can come down. Roll back to your left. Left forearm comes down. If your knees start to fall out to the side, move your foot out a little bit more so the knee stays close to the shoulder in the same line as the foot. And keep telescoping your chest forward. The more you do so, the more the body lengthens. You can also imagine that you have weights in your hip pockets, attracting your hips right down to the earth. If you're very flexible, bring your chest right down to the ground. Fix your gaze. Assume the form of the lizard in every way possible. Imagine you're sunning yourself on a warm earth. Keep trying to curl the left side of the seat down, so you shouldn't be like one foot side of the body, the left side shouldn't be way higher than the other. Still try to get the front of the left hip to come down. Now we're going to make our way up, back onto your hands. Slide your left foot in, bend the toes under the back foot. Raise your right arm up. So option one, just take your hand to the outside of the knee, other hand either on the hip, pull the hip down, or on a seat. Inhale, push the chest up, lower back in, turn to your left. You can lean back if you like, take your left hand, if you can, to the inside of the foot. And keep pressing the knee and the toe, the heel towards the right as you turn to your left. This is very easy for you. Go a little bit deeper. Parivrita Parsvakonasana, right arm up, dive down. So the elbow comes down in the space below the knee, the armpit sits on the outside of the knee. Hands together in prayer, or fist in your hand, and push down into the bottom hand. Lift the body up higher than the thigh if you can, and then roll the left shoulder all the way back. Try to get your chest to face up. Left shoulder goes back. Those of you who know the bind, go ahead. Move your hips back. Use your left hand to guide your elbow so the hand goes underneath the leg more easily. Left hand over the back and hold it from underneath. If you can, lift the knee up off the ground as well. Now push it back through that right heel, extend through the crown. As you exhale, roll a little bit deeper into the pose. Left shoulder goes way back. Break the pose. Bring your hands back down. Step back with your left foot and bring the right foot forward. Lower the knee down again. Sink down to the seat. Start again with your hands on the seat. Pull the seat down and under. Use your hands to just try to shape your lower body so that there's a nice smooth curve. Again, no fold across the lower back. So you can get your elbows to meet behind your back, or try to imagine your elbows are getting to meet behind the back. Now you can stay here. Keep lifting your chest up away from the seat, or take your arms over your head, take hold of the opposite elbows, allow the head to just sink into the arms. Lean all the way back. Hips stay forward and low. If you can, Kapiyasana, stretch the arms. Rock the shoulders again. Look like eventually your body parallel to the ground. Again, according to your condition, don't go to a place of pain or anxiety. It's not what you want to offer. You have to offer the right balance, a perfect balance of strength, determination, and effort, but with softness and surrender as well. And then come back up. You can always use your hands to help you come back up. From here into, we'll do it this way as you can see, lizard. So you're going to fall, roll to your left, get your left forearm in front of left hip to anchor down, roll to the right. So I'm moving my foot out a little bit again so the knee doesn't fall away from the shoulder. Keep it close to the shoulder. Telescope your chest forward. Feels like you had a weight sitting right on top of your seat, and the weight just eventually spreads all the way along the trunk as well. Sink the heart down towards the ground. The anchor down through the hips. The chest will come down lower and lower. Fix your gaze like a lizard. Try to merge with the forms, the beings. Be in their body, their mind, and their spirit. And we're going to come back up. Slide your right foot back. Your legs look at the box. When you come back up, bend the toes under the back foot. Left arm up. You can either just take your hand outside the knee, other hand stays on the seat or on the hip. Roll the hip down, or hand to the back heel. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Exhale, push the heel and the knee towards the left as you turn towards the right. Look beyond your right shoulder. Try to twist as much as you can. If this is too easy, left arm up, dive down. So again, the armpits sitting on the outside of the knee, hands together in prayer or fist in hand, and pull the body up. Belly comes higher than the thigh. Keep pushing with your hands, keep pressing against the outside of the knee, and take the right shoulder all the way back to the chest and face her straight up, facing straight up. Again, if you want to take the bind, go ahead. Right hand assists by pushing on the elbow and guiding hand underneath your leg. Your knee, elbow should be close to your knee in the space below the knee, the open space below the knee. And then roll right shoulder all the way back. So make sure your back leg is strong. Don't sag through the knee or the hips. Keep a straight line from the heel all the way to the crown. Release. Come back into plank position. This way here. Vasisthasana. Push your hips up and back first, like you're doing down facing dog. Move the left hand towards the center of the mat and more towards the right. Go to the right for Vasisthasana. Push your hips up away from the ground. If you need to, you lower down onto your knee or you lower down onto the forearm. You want to go a little bit further and slide your right toes back. Spin on your hand and turn your hips and chest up. Wild thing. So you're trying to, some of you might be able to move right into Urdhva Nirasana. Slide your left foot in, your right hand comes beside your left. So again, according to your abilities. And then spin back, this side plank through into plank position. And go to the other side. Keep watching the body moving like it's doing a divine dance of offering. Right hand comes towards the left. Come up into Vasisthasana. Push hips away from the ground. The higher you get your hips, the more steadiness you have. Push your hips forward. Take your left arm back. If you want to go further, slide your left toes back. Spin on your right heel, your palm. So fingers facing towards the middle of the mat. So you might be able to slide your right foot in beside your left hand beside your right foot. Urdhva Nirasana. Come back, spin on your hand, keep your hips high, your arm extended, back into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out, soften. Good, now from here, lift the heels, bend the knees, jump forward softly. Now come into chair pose. Bring your shoulders and fingertips in line, tuck your chin to tail under. Try to keep your shoulders over your hips. And then lift your heels if you can. The thighs will start to talk to you. Remain calm, remain your mindset is ever the same, stays ever the same. Unbothered, undisturbed. If you can, straighten up. Try not to drop your heels down. Lift up high. Good. And then bring the heels down. From here, open up your feet. So, more advanced, you can keep your hands in Kali Mudra over your head. Push your hips forward and lean back. Push your hips forward. If it's too much, you bring your hands on your seat. Push into seat, pull down at the same time. Turn your toes out. Bend your knees a little bit. Stay heavy on your feet. Keep pushing your hips forward and up so that your legs straighten eventually. Those of you who have your hands on your seat, you can also move your hands down onto your legs just below the knees. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. More flexible still, you can take your hands down to your ankles. If you're very strong, you're advanced practice, if you're, as Dharma says, professionals, you might be able to eventually do this with your hands above your head as we started. Okay, to come up, push your hips forward. If your hands are still on your legs, move them back to the seat. Push into seat, pull down, and make your way all the way back up. Always again, move with consciousness, move with mindfulness. Know your limitations. Bring your hands back to the heart. Jump your feet together. From the heart, inhale up to the space between your eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Always remain firmly established in divine love towards all. So now we're going to come into headstand here. If you know that headstand, you can go right into it. Don't need to wait. For those who need a little bit more guidance or more modifications, I'll give you a few. So if you want to stay close to ground, just keep your forehead on the ground, and then lift your seat up so your hips come over your knees. Your hips come and you try to push your upper back forward so it looks like a wall. If it's too much pressure on the back of the neck, just slide your head forward a little bit. And then you're more on the top of the head. Other options. Teddy bear. Your wrists in line with your knees, your arms at 90 degrees. It should be in front of you, we can see, not beside your head. And then lift up, walk your feet forward so you see come over your shoulders a little bit more. And press just underneath the knees against the elbows. Push into your hands. Just flick your toes up. You're very close to the ground. You can just always put your feet down, your toes back down if you need to. Or if you feel comfortable, move your feet up towards your seat, slide your knees in towards your shoulders, and you hover there. I like to flex my toes, actually, to keep the core engaged. Press into your hands. So you can stay like that. And once you're in a pose, just try to find stillness. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable, only if you feel comfortable. And bring your attention to the space between your eyebrows. And one last option for those who are sort of in between and sort of moving closer to the headstand. Take hold of your opposite elbows underneath your shoulders. Don't move the elbows. And then interlace your fingers, open up the palms, and just bring your head between your palms. Bring your feet close to your elbows as much as you can. Bring one leg back over your head. Keep your foot dangling close to the ground and flex the foot again to keep your muscles engaged with the core. Just pulse up and down, up off the heel. Nice and soft. Don't jump up fast. You'll land right onto your back, on your back. Nice and controlled. Again, just pull your toes up away from the ground. Flex your foot that's in front of you. And then as you push through the back foot that's behind you, keep your foot again close to the ground. If you go over, you're already close to the ground. And it's a nice, easy exit. Do things with control and mindfulness. Watch the body moving gracefully and try to realize what you see in imagination. Imagine your body playing out the poses with ease, with gracefulness. Maybe the body will obey and realize it. Again, we come down now softly back into child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now slide your hands forward in front. If you're in child's pose, glide through into the Cobra. Back into Urdhva down facing dog. I'm going to jump forward, the feet land between the hands. Spring forward. Come into a squat. Now from here, we're going to roll back into shoulder stand. Lower your seat down when it comes close to the ground. Push into your seat, push into your arms, and send your legs over your head. Take a moment here, scoot your arms behind you, join the hands, try to get to your wrists together, your heels of the palms together. Then bring your hands onto your back. Try to push into your back so your seat comes over your shoulders a little bit more. Now those of you who feel like they've have reached their edge and they want to keep in this position, you can lift your feet up a little bit, but keep your knees close to shoulders. If you feel comfortable, extend your legs straight up towards the sky. Now your hands, your heels, your palms are roughly in the mid-back. Your elbows are behind the body. Close the gap between your elbows if you can, a little bit more. Your body will come up higher. If you have a lotus, you may go into lotus. This helps to make the mind more one-pointed. If you're comfortable to do so, if you're right on your shoulders, you can bring your hands to your thighs, with or without the lotus. Just keep on trying to push your knees up higher than the hips. Tilt your hips forward so that your body is straighter. Knees down to the shoulders, straight line. Take your attention to the space between your eyebrows. Merge with God. Feel as though you're one with all beings. Try to do this in every form, in every shape that you imitate, or every being. This helps to expand your compassion, to have love for all beings. Now, if you have a lotus, you can go into Pindasana, bring your thighs against your body. Those of you who can, take your arms around the legs, join your hands just below the seat. If you don't have a lotus, your legs are straight, come down in Plow Pose. Option to either walk your feet as far away from your head as possible to get a nice stretch to the back, or alternatively, bring your thighs against your body, your knees on either side of the head. If your feet don't come out all the way, bring your hands to your back and keep them on the back. If you push with your hands a little bit more gently into your back, your feet might come down eventually. Now go inward beyond the body, the mind, and the emotions. You are none of these. Go beyond. Way to come down here. So we're going to take our arms behind the back, palms flat, hands flat on the ground, thumbs and index fingers together. And then roll down, keep your legs close to the body. Once your seat lands on the wrist, keep lowering your legs until they're about halfway down. Point your toes, charge your legs, push into the elbows and lift your back up off the ground. Straight like a V, so your body's like a V shape. If you feel strong there, keep your feet where they are, move your elbows close together, and bring the top head to the ground if you can. If it's too much, bring your legs down. Bastrika breath, breathe very fast in nose like a sniffing dog. Normal breathing, bring your feet down close to the seat. If your head's still on the ground, keep it there. Move your hands out from underneath, place the fingers beside your head, palms facing towards you. Then lift your seat up, slide your head further in towards the feet and turn your hands around. Getting ready for Urdhva Nirasana. I'll just talk through this. The modification is bridge pose. Fingers slightly turned out. Take a half breath in and lift your head up off the mat. Lift your toes, your heels as well. Okay, if those were too much, if your feet were on the ground, slide your feet in close to your seat and just lift your seat up. Keep your shoulders and back, head on the ground. You can do bridge pose. Your chest up as high as you can, so it looks like a wall. All right, for either pose, depending where you are, you can see if you lift your left leg up, bring your knee into your chest, raise your legs up, your left leg up. Stretch with the arms. Again, this is an option. You can just stay in Urdhva Nirasana if you don't feel steady. And bring the left knee down, repeat with the right foot. You can still do this in bridge if you like. And extend the legs straight up. Charge the legs, push through the hands. Feel formidable and strong, like an arch in a building. Bring the knee back in, bend the knee and bring the foot back down. If you're able to, stay up a little bit longer. Lift up through the heels. Stretch arms and legs, straighten a little bit more if you can. Make your way down softly. So try to control your movement so the exit, the entry, and hold are as graceful as possible. Now from here, lying back for a moment, breathe in. Breathe out, soften. Good, now we're going to sit up. Arms over the head. Come up. Paschimottanasana. If you can go straight down to your legs flat on the ground, go ahead. Lift the arms up, bring your chest forward, and then hold your feet or hold your hands a little bit further beyond your feet. Try to get your body to connect with your legs. If you need to bend your knees to do that, then do this. So you need to hug take hold of your opposite elbows and just squeeze your belly against the thighs. Keep on trying to move your chest forward so you're trying to get your chest beyond the knees. Exhale, pour more weight into your legs. Keep on bringing your attention, or keep your attention at the base of the spine. Feels like you're trying to attract all the blood to that area and wash out that area with blood and stimulate that area. Just visualize all the energy sitting at the base of the spine, trying to make its way all the way up. Eventually, when the energy reaches the crown, that's when you experience divine bliss. Keep reaching forward. The important thing is to stay in observance of the ethical rules, yama and niyama. To have 100% of your devotion and your attention at the crown. That's how you draw, that's how you attract the energy up there. And then release, come back up. Bring your hands behind your back, Purvottanasana. Fingers facing away. Traditionally, if it's too much, if you find it easier with your hands facing in, you can do the fingers facing, you can do that as well. But this way, with your hands facing back, your shoulders open a little bit more. Slide your heels in a little bit. Push into heels. Throw your hips up. Roll the thighs towards another. And try to bring your toes down to the ground. If your toes lift, your hips will sag. It'll be harder to keep them up. The pose. If it's too much, bring your heels underneath your knees. Bench pose. Okay, so now, whichever pose you're in, lift your chest higher than the shoulders if you can. Bring your head back. Bhastrika breath. Chin, lower back down. Good, so from here, pull your knees up against the body, take a deep breath in. Hold the breath, tuck the chin into your chest, everything stops again. Contract the root muscles, take the attention to the space between the eyebrows. Slowly release. Good, cross your ankles, come onto your knees. Bend the toes under. Place your hands on the seat. Push into your toes, lean back. Bring your right hand to your right heel, left hand to your left heel. Bring your heels together, cross your baby fingers together. Then fall forward. Not all the way, just feel as though you're about to fall on your thighs. Your chest goes up, and your head goes back, rabbit pose. Stretch the whole front of the body. Keep holding onto your heels with your thumb and your index finger. Now lean back, push into your heels your palms. And from here, bring your hands to the seat. Push into seat, pull down and lift up. Good. Now we're going to either repeat that one, or if you feel comfortable, press your tops of your feet down. Lean back, one hand on one foot at the same time, same side, and then the other hand. And push your hips forward again, allow the head to go back. If it's too hard to reach your heels again, keep your heels lifted, your toes bent under. Allow your head to go back. Those who are very flexible, you can take your hands onto your thighs if you like. Go all the way back so your head comes down to the ground. Move your head closer to your feet so you might be able to have your forehead land, your toes right on the forehead. And always according to your condition. If you're strong enough in this pose with your heads on the feet, come up. Otherwise, you can lie on your back. Place your hands beside your head and just scooch down on your back. Press into your seat, come back up. All the others. All right. Now here, just come down into child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to seated position. Bring your feet out in front, your knees and your feet together. Right hand behind the back, then send it back, left arm up. Press against the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Twist to the right. Keep pushing your knees against your elbow and vice versa. Keep your lower back lifted. Stay upright. Try not to lean back. Your head should be right against the back to remind yourself to stay propped up and vertical. Keep twisting. Twist from the base of the spine all the way up. Visualize the spine spiraling upwards. Go to the other side. Left hand behind the back, right arm up. Elbow to the outside of the thigh. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Exhale, twist to the left. Rise up out of the hips with each inhale. As you twist, make sure your body doesn't fall back into your hips. Keep straight through the spine. Release, lower yourself down onto the ground softly for Shavasana. So make your way down. Relax the body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, imagine you're fainting. Let go of all fatigue. Allow all the effort to just drop out of the body. This is a purification process taking place here. Imagine the body being flooded by all the incoming gifts and benefits of the practice. As you inhale, imagine waves of that goodness coming into the body. As though we're coming in like beams of light pouring in through the pores of the skin. As you exhale, just drain the body of all that doesn't serve you, any negativity in any form. Make more room for the incoming goodness, the love, the wisdom, the confidence, all the virtues that you're trying to cultivate, compassion, discernment, non-judgment, contentment. Staying calm and content no matter what prevails, no matter what situations you're in. Just keep on trying to stay in a mindset of the witness, unbothered, unfazed, just watching it all. And as you approach self-realization, it becomes easier. This comes more naturally. And continue your mission to just try to help others cultivate that same knowledge and to enter into those behaviors that always promote good outcomes, good karma. It all boils down to doing good and being good. So now just make an intention or ingraining the intention in your mind and heart by saying to yourself 3 times, my compassion is ever expanding to reach all beings. Through this practice, through the imitation of forms, that we cultivate that this helps to cultivate that compassion. So remain steadfast in your efforts and your practice. Now let's prepare to come back from Shavasana so that you can exercise this in your daily life. For the yoga, it's every bit as important to live your yoga and to extend these principles, these ideas in your day-to-day activities. Exercise compassion towards all. So let's come back to seated position. Sitting tall and supreme, an acknowledgement of your resolve to stay steadfast in your efforts. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace of God. All is well.